Hello everybody and welcome to Pokemon Crystal Walkthrough Part 6. In the last part, we took down Falkner at the Violet City Gym, and we are going to be heading to the Ruins of Elf right now.
The Ruins of Alph is a weird place. We were debating not doing it, but we decided to. And as you'll see shortly, we will come across this strange area. So now, new route. We talked to this guy, and he says we're scientists in the making, which is kind of odd.
The Ruins of Elf has very unique Pokemon. They're called Unknown, and is it 26 or
28.
28 different
Including the exclamation point and question mark.
Yes, there's 28 different kinds,
No.
all for the letters of the alphabet, and there's an exclamation mark and question mark.
Now, those unknowns spelled out escape, and we don't have an escape rope right now, but we'll cut away real quick and get one, and we'll show you what happens if you use an escape rope in this place. See, now we have one, and we will use the escape rope, which you can buy at the Violet City Mart. You use it, it sends you right outside. You go back in, you see a shake, and you'll notice there's a giant hole in there.
We keep going to that side, but you can't get through, and there's 4 items in here.
Got a heal powder, an energy powder, if we can ever get to this, poison cure berry, and a berry. Nothing to get head over heels about, but good items nevertheless. Decent at this point, but the energy powder and heal powder are very bitter, and if you're trying to get your Pokemon's friendship up, it won't work.
Now we do this, we are going to cut away a couple times because this takes us forever and we cannot remember it. But what you're trying to do is make Kabuto out of these tiles.
Yeah, we're not the smartest. So you see that, and that's wrong. I don't remember what's right. All I know is it's wrong. And we'll cut away a few more times, like Kenny said.
What you had to do is the 2 eye parts, they had to be flipped around. They're too close together, so they had to be farther apart. But other than that, it's right.
So we're just going to take our time. This takes us 30 seconds to a minute. And we figured it would be a little entertainment for you guys to watch us keep screwing up.
We thought it was the bottom part, but obviously it's not. I think it ends up being the bottom part after we switch the eyes. But other than that, it's not.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward puzzle except for that part. Now you see we have everything moved around, so we try it like this. The bottom part's wrong right now, so we go to switch the bottom part, and then I believe we do get it, and then we can finally show you I know. Yes, we did get it. And you'll hear the celebration music, press A, and you will fall down, which is kind of odd.
And now that we're in this hallway, this is where you catch all those unknown. There's, you could figure out what the wall says if you wanted to, I guess, but you don't really have to.
Now, Unknown can only learn one move known as Hidden Power. Hidden Power is a very weird move because it can be any type, and it's probably not, but it seems random. I don't think you have any control over it. I bet you there's some way to figure out what it's going to be, but it's basically random. So Hidden Power, not that good of a move. I mean, it's decent early on.
We're just going to get out of here as fast as we can because there's nothing really else to show right now, and it's nothing worth showing. So we just talked to this guy, and he doesn't really say anything. But now we're going to be heading back in, I guess. Okay, now we're going out. Or we're going to run to the sign. Okay, now we're going to this house. And these people don't really give you anything. They just talk about Ruins of Elf like everybody else here. And we eventually get out here, if we can get through the door. And then we finally keep heading on to our adventure. Or we can talk to this guy, too. Now we go down. And we talk to this guy.
This guy is kind of important because he does give you a Miracle Seed, which powers up grass-type moves, which we don't have any of yet, but it is a good item. And I just want to make note, in the remakes, in the laboratory we went to, I believe that's where you get a poke of unknown tracker where if you catch an unknown, it tells you what letter of the alphabet it is. I'm not 100% sure. But now we're facing youngster Albert, and he has a Rattata. Still not as good as youngster Joey's. But we'll just ember this to death and almost grow a level. And now he throws out a Zubat. We've already seen one, but it's just not that strong in battle. So we take it out in 3 hits and grow a level.
Now we're going to switch our Pokemon to Pidgey. And, oh, just kidding. We're going to look at their stats. Okay, we go to Poliwag. And now we're going to keep continuing down this route. And if you talk to this girl, she will battle you. And that's, I'd suggest you do that just for the XP.
I mean, Nidoran level 9 isn't that hard, but Bubble, again, being its normal self, doing about, I don't know, 1/10 of the damage, not that good. But if you talk to her after you battle, she will register you in her phone for battles later. The only thing I don't like about this is they call you for stupid stuff, like they almost call, oh, hey, we learned Water Gun. That's a very good move, relevant to where we are at the game. But, yeah, she'll call you and you'll battle her again, and she'll be stronger, and you'll be stronger, so hopefully it's good for XP.
This guy, all he has is Nidoran male, which this is the purple one, and I believe it's the more offensive, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's more offensive of the two. And then there's Nidoran female, and which is the blue one, and that's the more defensive of the two. They're both ground poison type, and they're not that bad.
No, they you get to the final evolution by a Moonstone, but we'll see him later. And this guy's got a familiar face, a Poliwag, and he's using a familiar move. Bubble, which doesn't do anything, but our tackle sure does. Almost gain another level with Pidgey. Alright, I just want to point this out right now. Since we haven't come up with nicknames and we haven't had any suggestions for nicknames yet, all our nicknames for all, I believe we're going to have 5 or 6 Pokemon, are going to be for our first 5 or 6 subscribers. So right now it's Kevin, Kenny 112, who else?
Kumo Kashi or something?
Kumo Kashi, and we got a new one today. I can't think of his name. We'll put an annotation in to give him credit, and we'll put all the links to their accounts in the descriptions, and thank you for subscribing.
This guy, he has a ton of Magikarp, and it is very annoying. All it knows is Splash, so it can attack you.
Well,
so,
one of them can.
Well, yeah, one of them, which is this one,
has
Tackle, but that's it. So if you want to use a Fire type, you can, just to get an XP, but these things just don't give a lot of XP.
I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me on this, but if you talk to him again after battle, which we didn't because we were just trying to get through this, I believe he gives you the number, and eventually I think he has 4 of Magikarp's evolved form, Gyarados, which is actually very powerful. So he and Gyarados give off a lot of XP, unlike Magikarp. So that's a little helpful hint there. And so our mom calls, and this is the first instance of when she buys us something. We haven't checked that yet, and we didn't in the next couple parts, so yeah, you don't have to remind us about that. But now we have Goldeen and Twister out, and you might think that's a bad typing match, but Goldeen doesn't know any water-type moves this early, so it's actually in our favor.
Goldeen, in the original games, was the only Pokemon to learn an HM move.
Oh, whoa! Twister's evolving! And as you can see, it evolves into we slowed this down for you guys, to a Quilava. It's the second evolve form. It gets a stat upgrade, and it's very good. And Quilava's evolve form is even better. But like Kenny was saying, Goldeen is the only Pokemon to learn an HM move in the original game through leveling up. I don't know which move that is, but I'm sure he'll tell you in a second. But now we're just checking out their stats. As you can see, Quilava's stats are far superior, especially special attack. And, well, that's the end of the video. Thank you, comment, subscribe, and see you.